Gentlemen, as you're both aware, for the past 20 years, nearly all television has been part of our Get Britain Working Again campaign. Our mission is to create programming so bad, it drives people out of their living rooms and into employment. The last team did everything they could with The Only Way is Essex. Somehow it wasn't enough. And I do not wish to underplay the imagination it took to make that as shit as it was. A great deal of work went into making The Only Way is Essex as unwatchable as possible, and believe me, it was truly awful. We need something new. We need something shit. And I'm not talking made in Chelsea shit. I want people demeaned. I want people spitting food into each other's mouths and back onto a plate again, while they paddle themselves along on dining tables with wheels across a hurriedly built wooden set. I want people watching to question their own sanity. If possible, I'd even like to undermine part of the value system society itself is based on. And that's why I've assembled you here. My best and brightest. Well, whatever it is we come up with, we should film it on an annoying island for absolutely no reason. Yes, that is annoying. What about crushing people's creative dreams? I'm afraid we've already pretty much covered that with Britain's Got Talent, but I like the emotionally destructive nature of where your head's at. Stay on that thread. What about a show that's just about Britain's Got Talent? Britain's Got More Talent. Impossibly tedious dance contest? Strictly Come Dancing. What about pitting people off against each other for a relatively small amount of money? That's The Apprentice. But I like the socially erosive nature of where your head's at. Stay on that thread. What about a show that's just about The Apprentice? That's also been done. Look, you're not getting it. We've got to think outside, but still very much within the box on this one. We've tried boring, we've tried irritating, and now I want a spiritual desert. I want to showcase the very worst in humanity. Not genocide or starvation, but something that appeals to only a slightly higher level of instinct. Sex? Sex Island? And we film it all on an annoying island for absolutely no reason. Yes, that is annoying. Love. Love Island. We undermine the concept of love itself. The one thing that really binds people. We conflate the ideas of love and sex, rendering them both fairly meaningless. Pit them off against each other for a relatively small amount of money, involving challenges where they spit food into each other's mouths and back onto a plate again, and we film it all on an annoying island for absolutely no reason. Genius. I love it. You love Island it? That was one more than was funny, Stephen. You be quiet now for a short time. We bring in attractive 20-somethings. Models, personal trainers, Instagram sluts. Whoa. Models? Oh no, I don't mean models. I mean the kinds of models who would chalk this up to being a good career move. You know, the sorts of people who'll go on to release their own poorly constructed one-off singer-songwriter album or clothing line. Head of marketing attractive. So we take these attractive 20-somethings and we get them to form couples. But we introduce a slightly disproportionate number of one or the other gender. It kind of sounds like you're implying there are only two genders. I thought I told you to shut up with that nonsense, Stephen. We periodically have them gather around a gigantic bowl of flaming pebbles to choose new partners if they want to. We send them instructions via cheap, punny texts with hashtags people can tweet. We should aim to get this trending on Twitter as much as possible. We take out all the clocks, make them kiss each other, grind them down. It's like a prison, but where they're incentivized to form meaningless relationships with each other. I'm thinking pointless cutaways, vacuous one-dimensional conversations, little stings in between the scenes where people point at the camera in slow motion with some sort of club music in the background. This really does sound very shit. Very shit indeed, gentlemen. Because if there's anything the world doesn't need to hear right now, it's how even less credit can be given to genuine connections between people. Viewers will only really watch Love Island to feel better about themselves. And when they realise how low they've set the bar for comparison, they'll switch their televisions off for good, and our mission will be complete. I don't think anybody's going to be throwing any parties for the finale of this series. Yeah! We need to think big here. We need to think shit.
Models, personal trainers, Instagram sluts.